Nation. What does that mean? And like, is there a reason you chose that name?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like I was saying, it's just more of like design pretty much represents the creativity aspects of the brand and how we use our own like creative skill sets to bring out different projects that could bring people together. Or the nation is more bringing people together, like having people from like different backgrounds to pretty much represent what they do, but also what we do as well. I recently did a project with an artist, and well, like he's an upcoming artist, but he's one of our friends as well. But like he's very talented.
What was his name?
Shout out Brandon.
Shout out his name,
Shout out Brandon. Shout out Brandon.
I got you, Brandon, bro.
Shout out Brandon. Hold up. Come on.
Literally, but like even doing that project last year, he choreographed a lot of the dance moves, but then the pieces that I had designed, he was wearing it along with the other dancers we had as well, who also do their own dancing and their own create the groups. And then Eli obviously did a lot of the photography, videography, the editing. Like we all put together, like what. And it's like whenever I watch a movie or a dance, I remember the inspiration came from like this Chris Brown advert. And I was like, the fact that we're able to replicate it into our own thing is what makes it seem a lot more. It's just more of like what I personally enjoy out of the whole creation process. So,
So like for you, like Zion represents like to getting together with other creatives that have shared the same kind of sentiment and creating things that you're proud of and creating things that you're inspired by.
Yeah.
And bringing that to a larger group of people. Yeah. What about you? Like, is there a religious sentiment to it, or is it just purely a name?
There is that, like, there's religious and spiritual and like, and also comes from media as well, from that matrix, because it is kind of like about kind of breaking free from that way of thinking of how the system puts everyone in a box of a particular way of thinking or pins everyone against each other. It is supposed to be about like kind of everyone coming together. So there is a religious aspect from it. There is a spiritual aspect in it. For me, definitely, because I'm like that's how I view Zion. I view it as the mindset of, okay, this current system isn't working. We have enough evidence for it. How do you change it? Well, you can't change it quickly. You can't change it in 5 years. You can't even change it in 10. You got to change it with generations. And the way you do that is you change the thinking, because the system has perpetually pumped in a way of thinking where now you have the next generation are borderline like nihilistic.
Or they're cooked.
I wouldn't even say they're cooked. They're smart. They're the smartest generation. They're smarter than us. I tell you now, they are. I tell you now, they're the smartest. They're smarter than all of us. They are the most in tune. I tell you now, they just have the most. They just have the most amount of distractions in front of them.
I think they're more mentally distracted. But like I said, I'm not saying that they're dumb. I just think there's just too much. Like you said before, there are distractions, external ones, but even in their mind, it's like you can't watch a video without having another video playing on top. Like, if you can't just read something simply, compared to people in the 60s that would have to like do uni assignments and go to the library and read like
read the newspapers to actually see what's going on in the news, or sit in front of a radio. But if you have, like, we all do, I'm sure we all before bed doom scroll, and it's like go back 10 years when you were 14. Did you doom scroll? No. I didn't doom scroll. None of us doom scrolled. But that's like overall what I want to do with like the brand. It's about changing how the way people think, and you can only do that over generations, because that's how you change the system. Because I don't think this is all. If the system collapses, everyone's screwed. We're all fucked. You can't just. I don't want a collapsing system. I want a system that works. How do you do that? You have to get human beings and people that actually fundamentally work and have good morals. And think, oh yeah, I'm not going to take £5 out of your pocket. I'd rather put £5 in your pocket.
I completely agree.
Yeah, and if we have that sort of mindset in 20 years, I think things will be all right. I genuinely think things will be all right. If the next generation has that mindset in 20 years when they all grow up, I genuinely think things will be all right. And I think we're heading that direction anyway, because people are sick of the way things are going anyway. That mindset is happening naturally, where people are like, you know what? People are looking for community. People are looking for connection. They're not looking for this empty void of soullessness that's being sold to us by a capitalist system.
Yeah.
And it's not saying capitalism is overall bad, but in this hyper capitalism where we know the price of everything, the value of nothing.
Yeah, Jay Barber, Jay-Z
Literally.
Barber, bro. But no, but like, I completely agree. This is kind of why I started this whole thing. This is why I do this. This is why I sit down and people try to talk to them, because I realized like the direction we were going down was becoming very vapid, and it was becoming very like the only way we talk to each other was through like short videos and short content, and no one is actually talking to each other. They'll see someone say something and they'll think, okay, this group of people believe this, and so every time I meet someone, I'm just regurgitating ideas to someone and not really thinking for myself. And I was seeing that in person before. I'm like, bro, you don't even believe that. What are you talking about?
Literally, and that's brainwashing at its finest.
Yeah.
That's brainwashing at its finest. Like a form of brainwashing. Every day when we're doom scrolling, it's a form of brainwashing.
100%.
It's literally flashing images in front of your face. It could be extreme. It could be something like it could be some chick doing her OnlyFans, or next thing you know, it's a bomb dropping in Ukraine.
Yeah.
That shit there. You got everything a Clockwork Orange when they strike the guy down, they put this in with his eyes, and they go do, and they make him watch a bunch of shit.
And his brain fucked.
And and people don't realize that's what's happening to us with the phone. This swipe. The memory is becoming fried. We have the smartest generation that has the smartest generation of children have the lowest level of literacy because of the goddamn machine. Not because they're stupid, because they have so many distractions, and the parents have so many distractions. Like, yeah, it's a shit show.
Yeah, from top to bottom, I think the system isn't like the incentives aren't right. I really think deeply about like how to do those incentives right, and which is why I really like what you guys are doing, because anyone can, well, not anyone, most people make a clothing brand just for the profit, you know. But to make a clothing brand with a message behind it and to really push that message, which is why I wanted to get you guys on today, because I know that message, you know, because I know you two, but I thought like it was important to get other people to understand what your brand stands for, and to really like stand in that, because once you stand in that, I think it gives people the kind of confidence within themselves to be like, actually, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with what you like to say. Like, fuck the system, you know. Please don't cancel me.
Please give us money first before
we
we take you down, or before you cancel us. Please give us money.
But no, I think that's a very important conversation that we will continue to have, because I think not one person can change that. But what advice would you give to people, or both of you actually? What advice would you give to people in that kind of system that Elias talked about? How do we get out of that? How do they get out of that kind of like, you know, hyper-capitalist kind of society?
No.
Okay. Well, I was just thinking, for one, you just got uncapped. You gotta. I mean, I feel like this is a very like overly passive perspective, but count the blessings you have. Like, I feel like you just need to know the flaws in the system that you currently live in, work your way around it, then create a life that works for you. Which is why I'm saying that a lot of this whole mindset of like, okay, just applying yourself is like, yes, there's a lot of distractions. Yes, like we've got responsibility, but you got to also look at like what we've got. Like, for example, in a country like UK as well, like I feel, especially in London, and I think there's so much opportunity. You just got to kind of, you know, save a bit of money, put it to the side, self-invest into yourself, work with a schedule that works for you, find like a job. Yes, finding a job that works for you isn't always going to be the most easiest one, but we've all had like, what me and you, like we've all had our own kind of like trials and tribulations which you have to overcome and then end up working towards it. So it's like I said, I think it's just a mindset thing, then kind of looking at what works with you.
Yeah, I think it's realizing those trials and tribulations are part of it. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Like, you need to go through that just to gain the perspective and the kind of like toughness within your mind to go, actually, if it happens again, I've done this before. I can figure out how to go through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it builds resilience, like the trial and error. And I was gonna say, never losing hope. Never losing hope. If you lose hope, then the system's really got you. Like, having hope, like living a happy life, in my opinion, is a form of rebellion. Like, living a genuine happy life and having genuine connections is a form of rebellion, because the system wants you alone, depressed, fat,
nihilistic.
Like, it wants you depressed, ordering food, watching Netflix. It would be happy if you did that all day, if you worked from home, ordered food and watched Netflix for the rest of your life. The system would be, it would love you. Oh, the system would love you. It would view you like gold. You'd be gold. The system wishes everyone was like that. And never losing hope in front of the impossible, because that's what it seems like. It seems impossible. What we're trying to achieve in changing a whole system seems impossible. Never losing hope. Like, having hope having hope the size of a mustard seed, having this small amount of hope,
cool.
even
Scripture,
or even
come on.
holding that in your soul will forever keep you going. Never lose that last bit of hope. If they take that hope from you, the system has taken everything from you. Never lose that. Living a happy life and having hope is rebelling against the system in itself, and I'm very passionate on that forever and always.
100%. And I think like the best part about that is also like once you understand that that's what the system is trying to do, just the like you said, the act of having hope, the act of rebellion becomes like you start a revolution. Like what did like Tupac say? He's like, I just want to be the spark. I want to be the spark for the next generation. Maybe I'm not the person that changes the world.
And the thing is, people think revolution means, oh, we will have to be in the streets rioting. No. Listen, do you know what? Do you know how badly the system would turn its head if they saw 3 million people having a party in London?
Yeah.
No one's rioting, just everyone's out having a party. Like if it was like the 60s, Woodstock, like things like that. People don't realize, it hasn't got to be violent. You opt out, building community, being happy, speaking to one another. There's so many different avenues that can happen for change, and just being happy and having these sort of conversations and knowing that just this alone is an act of rebellion, trying to change people's minds and make them think in a different way. Yeah.
Speaking on that, like to take a lower return.
Go on.
I want to talk about anime for a second.
Yeah, go on.
What kind of anime? What kind of things have you watched in anime that have given you that kind of perspective that you just talked about now? What or maybe it's anime, TV shows, movies. How do people like find that perspective of like, let me not be so taken up with the system. Let me actually find my own self, my own perspective, and go through that.